What's going on, guys? I'm outside the Tszyu family home. Timmy, he's invited me over. We're that lucky on Fight. We've got insight into his formative years of the family home that he grew up in. This Sunday, he's fighting Joey Spencer, and we've actually arrived, and he's on the phone right now, finding out the news that Joey Spencer's thinking about pulling out. It's Sunday, 11 a.m. on Main Event and Kayo.
But Spencer's still in, yeah? Yeah, there's no injuries, no nothing, yeah? It's April 1, yeah? No, I just heard that Zerafa is replacing Spencer. And Spencer's on his way back home. And I was like, what the f***?
Is it true?
No, it's not true. Yeah, it's not true. But I was like, alright, another one. Yeah. Alright, sweet. Good news. Good news. It changes, but good news. Don't ring me, actually. Or else I don't know what I'll do. I might retire, actually, today. Who knows? I might call it quits. Alright,
Mate, what was that?
boxing's full of drama, eh?
What was that?
I remember the same phone call I had with Glenn and just before the Thurman fight.
Yeah.
And it was like a sinking heart moment. Thurman's out. I was like, what? And I just felt it just there when I was getting my massage, nice and relaxed.
No way.
Just got a phone call.
So that phone call.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So what was the drama?
It was just the drama is Joey wants international judges, which should have been discussed, I don't know, 2 months ago. I don't know why they're bringing it up now.
And so did you hear that he had gone back home?
Yeah, that's what someone told me. And that's why my heart just went... You're supposed to do this interview with you guys. My mind's elsewhere. But no, now we're good.
Mate,
we're good to go.
I was saying, being a fan of yours is like, there's never a dull moment. There's never a dull moment.
There's always drama in some way or another. But
Has there ever been a fight week where there hasn't been any
yeah,
drama?
this was supposed to be it. Another one ticked off the list.
I'm shocking.
And so all good,
Yeah,
everything's
now
sweet, locked in.
So what happened was there was just a bit of dispute, and then Zerafa came out clout chasing as usual, and then people ran with the story, and it sort of just went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they read headlines.
But it was all just a little clout chaser.
Okay. Zerafa seems to make his name known whenever your fight's
Through me.
around.
Yeah, through me.
Is it frustrating at times?
No, it is what it is.
Yeah. Part of the game kind of thing.
Yeah, no, it's just for him. Poor bloke, everything revolves around my name, but it is what it is.
So locked in, good to go, fight's on.
Fingers crossed. It's not resolved yet.
No way. Okay,
no, it's not resolved yet.
Okay,
so fingers crossed.
Okay.
It gets resolved. They want international judges.
Yep.
But
who knows?
We don't need judges.
So you're going to finish it.
We don't need them. Нам не надо эти judges. Bring them from overseas if they need. Extra expense though.
Yeah. Charge it to him, eh? Invoice him after the fight.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Mate, where are we at right now? Because I wanted to chat to you.
Grandpa's residence.
Wow. So is this where you spent a lot of time as a kid?
This is where we did spend a lot of time.
Mate, first of all, beautiful home. Thank you for letting us in your home. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And just behind you here, wow.
Plenty of good memories.
Wow.
A lot of it is dad's.
Yep.
A lot of the stuff was when dad fought in, the boots,
Wow.
the gloves, all the amateur medals, the belts.
Far out.
That's what it is. My dad's got replicas in Russia, and he wears them around and stuff. But no one knows that the real OG ones, the 31, are all here.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
How good! How good! And so, did you spend a lot of time here as a kid growing up?
Yeah. This was home for us. It used to be a different house. We all used to live in here.
Yeah, wow.
Like myself, my dad, mum, grandparents.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they made it into two houses.
Big family, absolutely.
Yeah. But there's some stuff at the back that's still the same, like the garage, the sauna. That's still the same.
What does it feel like when you come back home? You know, you've been overseas, had some of the biggest fight in Australian history. You come back home. What does it feel like?
Oh, it's just home is home. You know, there's no better feeling. I think it's not just home, but just being around family. That's the number one thing. It's what I miss the most.
Yeah.
It's just being with the people that matter.
Yeah. Did you know he was going to be as good as he was when he was a little fella?
Помниш кога ја ти биде? I got him with a... Сколько мне лет было?
Года 3, наверное.
When I was around 3 years old, like we were pretending to do some sparring. My grandpa was on his knees, and I was and I hit him with a shot, and I got him in the jaw, dislocated his jaw.
No way.
First knockdown.
No
There you
way.
go. That was my first lockdown.
No way. Wow.
3 years old in.
No way. Far out.
Yeah.
What's been your favourite fight of Timmy's?
Everything. I see all the time, maybe every day.
He watches fights every day.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Wow.
every day.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
He's got the fights on it, no matter what.
What about yourself? What's been where you've really sat in the change room after it and said, you know what, that was my best fight. That's where I really put it together.
Probably the shortest one. A campo. Didn't get hit. That was fresh.
Good to go.
That was good.
Best.
Yeah, that was good. Can't complain about that one.
Right, for me personally, obviously, you know, you've got plenty of knockouts in that, but I'll never forget being at the Fundora fight. I know it didn't work out for us, but
Very fast. Very fast.
mate, that fight, just being in the stadium and just being a proud Aussie, seeing the fact that you just got off your stool and said, "No, I'm just gonna."
Yeah,
I'm just going for it.
It was one hell of a fight. It was one hell of a story to be able to say back one day, you know. So
Mate, it was crazy. I mean,
when I'm looking at it, I'm always proud of the fight.
and so now how long have you done your full camp back here in Australia?
Full camp.
Full camp. When was the last time you did a full camp in Australia, do you think?
Long time ago,
Yes.
actually, man.
'Cause you've
Thinking
been-
about it, yeah. Before Goucher, I did
Wow.
who was before Goucher? Takeshi Inoue, yeah.
That's like,
But in Takeshi Inoue, I used to be traveling to Queensland and stuff like that. So
that's like a good 4 or 5 years, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, wow.
yeah.
Far out. 'Cause
That's why it's good to just come back to basics. Even it's fight week now, and for the past few times I've been so used to just hotels, different environment.
Yeah, yep,
now I'm
yep.
at home, nice and relaxed.
Yep.
You know, sometimes
Yep.
it doesn't even feel like fight week, which sort of just makes things a little bit more calmer. You know, sometimes a calm mind can present a lot of energy.
Yeah, okay. Wow, so you're looking at like 5 years or so.
Yeah,
That's a long time,
it
bro.
is. It is.
And then you look at your, last 5 fights. You got what, Campo, you've got
Harrison.
you've got Fundora.
Yeah,
I mean, you've been at the top fighting some of the best in the world
Yeah.
for a long time now, and then to be able to come home and almost not dictate terms, but it is your home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
of
you've
course.
got control here, kind
Of
of
course, yeah. You feel a certain power presence, you
thing.
know.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's a good feeling being able to have that in Australia. And I remember, I think boxing is about having power moves as well.
Yeah, okay.
Being able to control what you want and stuff like that. And I think a lot of boxers, that's part of their influence.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's good to have that.
Have you done anything different this camp, do you think? Or has it just been
No,
business as usual?
boxing's usual,
Yep.
same old.
Yeah,
Sparring, just working on the little 1%ers.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you feel, heading into this fight, do you feel the gravity of the situation, do you think? Like, do you feel like it is a defining fight for your career?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, this is a big one, especially the opponent that I got, Joey Spencer.
He's a big puncher. He's not no
Supposedly,
walkover, yeah.
Supposedly,
Yeah.
we'll see. we'll test it out. But every fight's big, but this one feels a bit different.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think, because the fan of yours, including mine,
But
sometimes...
you know what? I had this feeling with Jeff Horn, a bit like this is do or die.
Okay, yeah.
And it was one of those moments that felt like a big relief.
Yep.
And a lot to prove.
Okay.
And this one feels similar.
Yeah, okay. Because I was going to ask you, like, as a fan of you, a part of me is just like, just take one tune-up fight. But it's just not what you're. It's just not who you are.
No, we're on pay-per-view Fox, man. It doesn't work like that.
Mate, that's why you're the boxer, and I just get to watch it. I just get to watch it. And so I guess for you personally, are you going to approach this fight differently to your last fight in regards to? Do you think that last fight there were errors in your fight, the way you approached it in the actual fight, not the build-up, but in the actual fight? Do you think you would have changed a few things if you could go back?
I should have pulled back a bit quicker.
Yeah.
You know,
That would help.
The left hook came and
Yep.
my hand was like that, and then that's all it took, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's boxing.
That is,
Yeah.
it really is, and it's just fixing up those little inches.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Heading into this fight, because watching your last fight, you were very forward motion, like you were walking him down almost. You know, obviously you don't have to give away a game plan, but will you be a bit more, tentative's the wrong word, but calculated?
I'll be more strategic. I think my IQ is quite high in boxing.
Yep.
Been breathing this sport for a long time, so I know the ins and outs, what it feels like to be in the ring.
Yeah.
Just got to get comfortable. Once I'm comfortable,
okay.
then I'll go for it.
Yeah, mate, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Grandpa wants to show the sauna.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Love to.
Yeah.
So this is where Nikita does his weight
Nikita's
cuts.
got his weight cuts.
Okay.
Typical grandma, yeah?
Yeah.
With
yeah,
the dead
good.
flowers, dead plants. Yeah, you know what? This has actually
Oh, wow.
been
Oh, wow, how good.
the OG for a long time.
Yeah, wow.
Hasn't changed since the early days, but we grew up with this Russian sauna, which is here. It's a big size.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and it's got it's been thrashed. You know, it's been thrashed.
Oh, right. How's it make you feel coming back in here?
Good old days.
Yeah.
See, when I built my house, I built my own sauna as well, and I made sure it was the first thing I built.
Oh, no way.
Because my dad, when he built this house, this was the first thing that they built.
No
the
way.
sauna. And part of Russian culture and traditions is this sauna.
Really?
Saunas,
wow, how good.
So
2 times off a week, it's easy.
Yeah.
it's a must. It's a must.
Nikita, maybe more.
Okay. He comes in more. Wow.
Yeah, okay. And they got a beer set up just here. You know, like this.
Ты не нажимай тут.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for the beer. Wow. Okay.
And homemade beer.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. But on Saturdays, sauna, jump in the pool, especially during winter. It's good, but it's nice and cold.
Yeah.
And then they would sit here, all the Russians.
Yeah.
I'll see if they got the salty Russian fish. Damn. There's fish,
Yeah.
but not the salty Russian fish.
Yeah, good.
Remember, these guys come from Soviet Russia.
Yeah.
So what they do there is they have plenty of food, but they have to freeze it. Because you it's for like long use.
Oh, okay, because you never know.
So they chuck everything in the freezer and then they'd eat that. And these guys, my grandparents, even they still live in that mentality.
Yeah,
Let's
okay,
go.
wow.
I'll show you the mushrooms. Wait up. Have a look at these mushrooms. This is Soviet Russia.
No way.
This is the way to survive.
How many there are? Far out.
You know?
How good.
Oi, these taste like shit.
No way.
You have to try it, bro.
Oh, all right. I got it. All right. When in Rome. When in Russia. When in Russia, I'll try it. I'll give it a crack.
Baba, вот это можно?
Oh no.
And you have to tell grandma it tastes good.
Yeah? I will. Don't worry.
You have to. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I always stitch all my mates up. Он хочет попробовать, Баба.
Грибы?
Да.
С удовольствием.
Oh, I would love to. Thank you. Oh man. Oh, okay.
Я сначала пиар сделала.
Oh, it's beautiful.
They love it.
Very nice. Thank you.
Есть водичка?
Есть тут, нет?
There's Victoria, there's VB if you want.
Nah, no VB, mate. No VB.
No, water.
Water, please. Yes, thank you. It was like this, just the like what it's actually made of, very jelly and gooey, and I feel like I've got like fish in my throat at the moment.
And you know it's like 3 years old.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's what I see. Look, it's all frozen. No, not frozen. It's all in the here, and there's packets and packets and packets.
You're not having one?
No way. Oh, here's the salty fish. Here it is.
From Russia.
Oh really? Wow. I'm full. I'm full. No, I love the mushrooms.
Oh, here's
Very
the other
I
one.
just had a meal before I came, though, so I'm full. Oh wow. So, is this what you ate growing up?
No, I watched them eat it. Just give it a smell. Give it a smell.
So do you cook it? Do you cook it and then eat it, or do you just eat it like that?
No, it's
Salted
only
and dry.
salt.
Okay, only salt it. Okay.
There's no expiry date on these.
Really?
Probably. But yeah, all this happens in the sauna.
No way.
With beer, with homemade beer.
What's the smell like?
After, salty. It's a salty smell.
Growing up, did you ever come back here after a big win or anything like that? Yeah. So
Always. This is our spot.
Oh wow. Okay. So this is the spot
This is the spot,
after a
man.
big win. Okay.
And the fight's on.
Oh, so you got to put the fight on each time.
fight's on.
Okay. I like it. I like
You know what? Like, I think it was after the Tony Harrison. My grandpa's here. He's got a couple drinks, and I think it was like 9 p.m. at night because it was a day fight. So it was at 9 p.m. Everyone's already a couple drinks in. I come back here because I had a few things to do. And my grandpa said he's already watched the fight 8 times.
No way.
8 times.
8 times.
Yeah.
Far
So he's
out.
finished the fight, comes back here, starts drinking, and then watched it on repeat 8 times.
No way.
Yeah.
Where do you think his love for boxing come from? Did he box himself?
No. Boxing in the like Soviet days was like rugby league to us Aussies.
Yeah. And was it, in the Soviet days, was it a way for a lot of young people that didn't grow up with much money to have an opportunity to get at
Not much.
it? Okay.
Due to the fact that there was just so many. It was just a national sport.
Yeah, okay. So many guns in that.
You don't really see many people take that from poverty in Russia, from poverty to make it.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, because it is such a big leap kind of thing,
Yeah.
like to go from, whereas in Australia, when
People don't think about it.
yeah, okay.
It's not in the wildest of imaginations.
Whereas like in Australia, even if you're in, you don't have that much money, it's still much more than what you would have
Yeah, of course.
in Russia
Yeah, of
during
course.
those times.
Well, these guys came from, you get a loaf of bread, each family gets a loaf of bread
Yeah.
1 day of the week. And there's a line at the supermarket, and you're getting
One loaf.
one loaf.
Wow.
So all of this type of stuff, this is all
Okay.
Soviet Union.
Yeah, so because it's going to last forever.
It's gonna last forever.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep them going, and that's what it is.
Yeah, wow.
Like we look at this fish and stuff, we're spoiled,
Yeah.
But even though these guys have lived here for such a long time,
It's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
as soon as you come through those doors, you're in
You're in
Russia.
Mother Russia.
But not Russia now. Soviet Union back then.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. And so your grandfather, how did he get your father into boxing? Was it just because
I
he'd
think
seen it growing
my
up?
dad was a small kid.
Yep.
I think with every small kid was bullying and getting picked on. So I think it was just to be able to defend themselves. and
Yeah, okay. The rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Just grew from there.
Now you're standing right here. It's crazy. About to go on one of the biggest fights of your life.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, last fight, your old man was at the fight, and it's the first fight since your first fight that he's been at. And I guess, we see him as this, idea, this icon, but he's your old man,
Yeah.
So what was that like for you?
It was good to have that. I
Yep.
think to have someone with that knowledge and that experience, of course. But it was also someone that you're not used to as well. So it was a mix of both worlds. But yeah, I'd definitely love to have my dad there one day as well.
Yeah, okay. Is it more just a matter of, because it hadn't happened regularly, it's just a new thing, whatever that new thing is, it's just different?
Yeah.
So it takes time to get used to?
Yeah, exactly. You know, like my grandpa's been for all my fights, so I'm used to.
Yep.
I'm used to having him around. But when you're not used to having a certain figure in your circle in the real important days, it's just different.
Did you feel any added pressure to
Nah, I didn't feel it. People have asked me that, but
Yeah.
no, I didn't feel it.
Yeah, okay. Is the camp, everything the same heading into this fight in regards to the team?
Back to the OG team. You
Yep.
know, sometimes it's hard with overseas travel, so we had to pick different guys. But yeah, back to my team here at Showdown.
Does it feel, not that it didn't feel comfortable with your
Yeah.
current team, however, this team was probably there during your formative years,
Yeah.
and there is that kind of
You know what?
connection,
It just feels like home,
Yeah, okay.
and it feels like you can just a bit more comfort.
Yeah, okay.
Comfort
Yeah, I
with
see what you
everyone.
mean. And so, heading into this fight, you know, before your Fundora fight, or not, actually, even after that, you know, it was all positive about Tim and everyone, you know, talking positively. And then you lost your last fight, and then just every bloke came out of the woodwork. Every hater that was sitting there quietly for all those years, wishing they could say something, and they didn't have the opportunity.
Yeah,
They all came out of the woodwork.
100%.
What was that like to see?
Part of the sport. It sort of showed. It put a good perspective into life and what matters and who's really there for you. And it's not the good times; it's the dark times that the true character of people come out.
Yeah, absolutely. Was there any people that surprised you? Where you're like, damn, I didn't actually think you felt that way?
Not really. But it was. I got to understand the close people who they were and who really checked up and everything.
Yeah. And then you know, after your second loss, you're sitting there going, the phone's not ringing as much from people that were ringing all the time. Did it piss you off at all, or no? You're just like, that's part of the game.
No, not really. I got to. I was with my wife and a couple of the boys, and really, I don't need much.
Yeah.
I don't need many people. I'm a simple guy. I like to stay home and just do the simple things, and I don't really need people around me to make me happy and to pump my ego.
And I guess, like, heading into this fight, I'm sure you're not looking for, like, past it, but you know, heading before the Fundora fight, there was a very clear plan for you. Like, you know, this is what's going to happen. And then, are you taking it now fight by fight, or are you going, no, I've got a 12-month plan. I might not talk about it, but I've got a 12-month plan.
Yeah, I've always envisioned and visualized stuff. So I've always got a plan. I don't like to mention it, but I always try to focus on the present moment. Even now, we're a week away from the fight. Right now, I'm thinking about today, about what I'm going to be doing at training. I'm not even thinking about the fight at the moment.
Really?
When the fight night hits, that's when we switch it on and we get to work.
Yeah, okay. I always find it so intriguing with boxers, because, like, you want to be in the zone, but if you're too switched on for too long, you'll almost exhaust yourself.
You're going to burn yourself out.
Yeah.
You're going to burn yourself out. And I felt it a couple of times. A lot of people, they can't hold it in, and they're always thinking about it and stuff like that. But you just gotta stay relaxed and just focus on what's actually right now.
When do you reckon you learnt that in your career?
Last fight.
Oh, really? Wow.
Last fight. It took a long time. But last fight, I was just living in the craziest shapes I've ever been in the last fight. How I was performing, how I was looking, everything was like unbelievable. Yeah. And that's what I'm spewing about. I wasn't able to show myself.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and it sort of happened where it just happened. Yeah. It happened early, and it was just done.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and
you prepare for so long, and then, like, what was it, 2 or 3 rounds?
Yeah,
it was just
2 rounds, and that was it. And that's the thing with boxing. It's so brutal that you make one mistake, and it catches up on you for the rest of your career. And here I am back on the drawing board, knowing what I've got and what I possess, and I get an opportunity again to show what I'm made of.
Do you think, because like the Fundora fight, like technically, you lost on the scorecards, but I think, at least from a fan's perspective, I felt you won in regards to like how you carried yourself and everything. After the last loss you had, like that was just like truly a loss, like, as clear as it could be for you. Are you proud of the way you carried yourself? Because as a fan, I love the fact that you didn't make excuses, you didn't, make whinge about this, that, and the next thing.
It is what it is, man. Like you just have to accept the truth at times.
Yeah.
Sometimes the truth hurts, but that's what it is. There's no need to live in some imaginary world.
Yeah. Some fighters, when you see them when they lose, there's just a million excuses. Like it's just. Do you watch that sometimes? Go. Yeah. I never want to be that.
Yeah, a lot of American fighters. There's always something wrong.
Yep.
No, I usually just cop it on the chin and move on and focus on the next thing.
Now, Thurman obviously had a big win recently against Jarvis. And as I said, you don't want to look past anything, but that is a fight that was supposed to happen,
Yeah.
And, as a fan, I was super excited about it. I thought it'd be so good to see your boxing IQ against his boxing IQ. Is that something that entices you?
Yeah, I'll entertain that.
Yeah.
Entertain that for sure. Definitely, we've got some unfinished business and definitely be a fun fight to make in the future.
Mate, the build-up will be fun. The chat.
For sure. I'd love to just give him a little hiding.
Oh, mate. In regards to boxing Australia, where do you reckon it's at right now? Because the thing that, I guess people don't give you, or may not realise about you, is like a lot of the success of boxing Australia, you've had a big part of it, other boxers have had a big part, but you've been a big part of it as well, and there's like a lot of pressure with that as well that comes with that.
I think we've got a talented bunch of individuals, and I think we're all doing quite well in our own little endeavours, and sometimes we all need to come together and be able to represent Australia all together. Yeah,
absolutely. Because like when you look at how many world-class boxers we've got for how little of a population, it's actually pretty incredible.
100%. 100%. And what you can't teach is heart, and Aussies have got plenty of that.
Yeah, it's one thing that I think that like, if you're an Australian boxer, it's almost like a prerequisite, almost like a Russian boxer, really. Like you're expected to have that kind of ticker that you can go beyond that certain line that most people can't.
Yeah. I think what we're lacking in Australia is a bit of boxing skill, but that comes through years and years of experience.
Yeah.
Like the Cubans, the Russians, the Americans. That's years of history. I think we will grow into that, and we'll only evolve like the next generation. It's only growing.
Yeah.
But one thing we do have is this ticker and a bit of heart. So that's the main thing.
And for yourself, like you've still got plenty of boxing ahead of you. But is that something you'd love to be a part of? Is that next generation and helping impart the knowledge that you've earned?
Yeah, and, not just in boxing, man, but just in life experiences. Everyone's on their own journey, and I think what's good with boxing is boxing teaches you a lot of valuable lessons and skills to put into life.
Yeah.
So if you could, I'd like to teach that.
Yeah, absolutely. Mate, I've got to ask you, favourite memory as a kid there? Is there anything that jumps to mind as a young fella?
Actually, this place is where we used to spar as kids.
Oh, wow.
This is the place.
No way.
Yeah.
So you
How could I forget that? Yeah. No, I don't mean Nikita. Nikita used to be young, but me and my cousin usually. Me and my cousin, we used to punch on here, and we used to put the gloves on. I used to smash his tooth out. We used to try hide it. And I used to get in trouble by my uncle and auntie.
You bashed our son again.
Yeah. And I remember one day, it was his birthday, and they had a camera, and they said, "Oh, what do you wish your cousin for your birthday?" And I said, "I wish my cousin that only today I will hit him only this much."
No way. Did he ever take up boxing, or he was probably scarred?
Yeah.
No, he did?
He did, yeah.
Oh, how'd he go? All right?
Yeah, he did good, of course. Yeah, he was a beast back then.
Yeah, good. How old do you reckon you were when you were doing that?
5, 6.
No way.
Yeah. Look, Sunday fights. Everyone remembers
Okay.
Sunday boxing?
Yeah, yep.
Still is. Back in the days, Roy Jones, all of those guys, we used to watch them and then we used to copy them here.
No way.
Then the adults used to go elsewhere and do stuff. And
Yep. The kids are just punch
kids
on.
would be here punching on. But you know what I used to do as a young kid? I used to grab a soccer ball and I used to pretend I was fighting.
Oh, really?
I used to pretend I was fighting just here.
Oh, so you'd
I'd
punch on with a
pretend-
soccer ball in the
I'd
pool?
pretend to walk out. I have
Oh,
I
okay.
had my entrance music, and I was just by myself.
No way.
Yeah, just by myself, and I'd pretend like I'm punching and I'm fighting with the ball, and
No
I was
way.
visualizing it from that.
Yeah,
from that
okay,
age,
wow.
man.
Far
I was
out.
visualizing it,
Appreciate
and I'd
it.
commentate my own fights as well.
No way.
Yeah,
No way. As a young fella, who were you? You know, was it your old man you were pretending to be? Was it Roy Jones? Like, who was someone that
Depends who fought.
you like? Yeah, okay.
But I used to always be Roy Jones,
Yeah, wow.
moving around.
Hands down. Wow. How good. Have you ever had him commentate your fights at all? Or not yet?
Nah, I've met him a couple times.
Yeah, okay. Was that like just buzzy to think?
Oh, what a buzz!
Yeah.
Yeah. And remember when Dad sent me a video. Me and my dad sent a video to him, and he sent us one back, and I was like, man, that's
Roy
pretty cool.
Jones, one of the goats.
Pretty cool.
Far out. Man, does it? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you'll probably reflect a bit more when you do end up retiring in 5, 6 years or whatever it is. Does it feel, when you see the heights that you've reached, you've gone to America, you've headlined a card, you've had this historic fight. I mean, as I always go back to the Fedora, like as a boxing fan that's seen a lot, I'll never forget it. Does it spin you out a little bit to remind yourself of the little kid that was on the lawn here that was punching on with his cousin?
To think about it, that's pretty crazy. But I haven't really thought about it. I'm not satisfied with what I've done yet. So
That's more kind of retirement thoughts going on when you're at the end of a journey.
I'll think about it later.
Yeah. Yeah, so our producer just got a couple of calls and apparently Spencer's genuinely considering pulling out.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, your phone's probably been going off this whole time. I guess thoughts, feelings.
Controllable, I guess. I'm used to certain things, and I just hope it all plays a part. But Spencer, don't be a bitch. That's all I can say. Don't be a bitch. Let's just punch on.
I mean,
No excuses, man.
Yeah.
The first signs of a bit of weakness.
I like it. Well, man, I guess now it's just a matter of...
They all crumble when the date is getting closer and closer. They all start to crumble. They all start to make something up, huh?
From a layman's perspective, that's not a professional athlete. Like, when you hear stuff like this, a normal person would just be fully rattled, heads off, anxiety's high. For you, is it more just, as you just said, like, I'm just going to do what I need to do and what I can
That's
control?
all you can do, man.
Yeah.
Control the controllable. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, then it is what it is.
Are you surprised a guy like Spencer that, talks a big game, big puncher?
Maybe it's his team, maybe it's him, I don't know. But it's the first signs of weakness, first signs of insecurity.
All it does is make him look, like if it's his team doing this, all it does is make him look like he's not going in there for a finish, he's going out there to win on points because he's got to worry about what the judges are thinking.
Yeah, but I understand sort of where their mind is.
Yep.
They're in enemy territory and they want it to be fair enough, but come on, man, why now?
Yeah. Could
It's so
happen, man.
close.
Yeah, could happen months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we won't talk about who could replace him, but in your head, you're fighting next week, and that's just whoever's...
Whatever, it is who it is, man. Whoever they put in front of me,
You're ready to punch on.
I'm ready to hurt them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Timmy, thanks so much for letting us, bro. Appreciate it. It's incredible just to see, where it all started, and hopefully the fight goes ahead. Hopefully you're knocking someone out Sunday, main event in Kayo, 11 a.m. Eastern. You have to watch this fight. I cannot wait.